Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Founder's Chair. The Founder's Chair is a podcast where we dive deep into the lives of business owners and find out what it's really truly like to run your own business. Today, we are joined by the wonderful Rachel Brooks. Rachel is the founding director of Brooks Talent. Rachel has over 24 years' experience in recruitment, and she will guide you through every step of the recruitment process and ensure the right talent connects with the right opportunity. Thank you so much, Rachel, for joining us. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.
So we'll get started. If you could just tell us like three things that are unique about you and about Brooks Talent.
Well, I think it's always hard to say because obviously as a recruitment business that, the recruitment's recruitment and there's a lot of businesses. So what does make it unique, I suppose, is that I've set up myself. I kind of bit the bullet and over the years, I think I've got a lot of recruitment experience behind me. And I thought to myself, I've always made lasting relationships. I've always enjoyed dealing with candidates and I'm pretty resilient and goal orientated, but I also like to kind of maybe do it myself, and I'm quite balanced as well. So I'd say they're the main three things of where I've
Oh,
got to.
brilliant! And you couldn't do it without like having that resilience behind you. So you're going to go far for sure. What?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to start up Brooks Talent and become self-employed?
It's actually quite a meaningful one actually for me because I said I've done recruitment for over 25 years and I was down south for 10 of those years, moved up to Glasgow. And in the last few years, obviously, a lot of personal stuff happened, and I lost my mum and my auntie
Right.
in March 23. And that was quite a poignant time for me. And obviously, going through that, and I entered the London Marathon, got into the marathon I'd never ran before. So, and these are all what've got me to my point now.
Wow.
And I think I did the marathon, did Couch Marathon, and I thought, wow, my God, I'm not a runner by any shape or form, but
And you did that.
I managed to do it, and I set myself a task, and I did it. So I kind of thought to myself, I know I can do recruitment, and I think if there's ever a time, I'm at that stage in my life as well. I thought, I'm going to give it a go, and see where I can get to with it, and have that balance of life, and spend time with family as well. And I think that's the main contender: is I can work from anywhere, I can
Yeah.
work how I want to work. So yeah, so here I am. I'm only 6 months, well, 7 months in, so I'm still very early doors, but um, and also I managed to get into the London 2025. So that's quite
Oh,
a
you
big
do the marathon
part
again.
of
Oh,
how
fab.
yeah, so that's quite a big part of how this has all kind of come to fruition, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's I kind of run the two of them in parallel. So yeah.
That's actually really inspiring because you're showing everyone how like you can do it. You know, when people always have these excuses of why they shouldn't do it, why they shouldn't open up their own business or why they shouldn't go out running and you're literally living proof of like you can do it. Your body and your mind is enough to put yourself through something like that. I always feel like the
Yeah.
London Marathon is longer. I know it's the same distance and the same amount of miles, but it just feels like it's longer than like the Edinburgh Marathon or something like that. I think because it's busier.
It is long. It is long. What's really interesting is actually you can't underestimate the atmosphere and the crowds. They get you
Yeah.
through it because people from the start all the way around. And I think that's probably what literally drives you all the way around, right to the bitter end, in
Yeah.
agony, whoever I
I,
guess. And also, there are the athletes in the world that are out there doing it, but
that's
yeah, no,
amazing
it's
achievement. I did the
yeah,
Edinburgh half marathon in May, and even that, I was like, I could not even imagine like doing double what I done. So hats off to you.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, what your body can do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you most proud of in the last what did you say, 7 months? Since you
7 months,
started Brooks
yeah.
Talent then? Like what's the thing that you're most proud of about it?
I think that I'm doing it, that I'm
Yeah.
making it work. I mean, I'm saying that now, and I'm only 7 months, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, things might be different. But at the moment, I can say it's working. And I'm really proud because actually being able to actually step out of the corporate world, like you see, where you've got structure, you've got security, you've got all those things there to
Yeah.
go to have nothing, it is a bit of a reality check, and it is a bit of like, it is all me. the onus is on me. I have to go out and find business, and I have to make it work. And so yeah, I mean, I'm quite simplistic in my thinking about it, because I think just as much as you can think something's going great one minute, it can also then not be the next minute.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a realistic approach as well. So
Brilliant.
yeah,
And what do you think has contributed most to the success of your business?
probably because I enjoy doing it. I
Yeah,
enjoy recruitment. I enjoy the candidates. And if I meet somebody and I just think, oh my God, I think you're great, that makes it work. Because if I
yeah,
didn't feel like that, I wouldn't. And I suppose that comes down to selling and your product and things like that. But actually, I still believe I can do it. I love what I do. Otherwise,
yeah,
I wouldn't be doing it. And it is hard. It's not easy at all. It's not
yeah,
easy. So, some people might find it easier than others, but I do think, no, I enjoy it, and that's the main thing. So again, it's one of those things people say, if you're enjoying it and it's not like work, then is it
yeah,
either?
yeah.
But
You enjoy what you do. You don't work a day in your life. So,
yeah,
what would you say has been the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome?
systems, IT.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, usually you just pick up the phone and say, right, well, why is this isn't doing what it's supposed to do? Help me.
Yeah.
What is it? Like, right, now I need to go watch the train, like do the training and do it all myself. And I
Yeah.
think it's to join the dots has been kind of quite challenging, but again, it's been good, because I think if you're in recruitment and you're doing sales, you're kind of focusing on one part, aren't you, of the jobs and the people and the candidate, but actually you still need to keep the back end and the foundations all in process to be able
Yes.
to kind of go
Yep.
forward.
Exactly. Because you need to like wear all the hats basically when you're doing it on your own. You have to be IT, you have to do marketing, you have to do everything. So,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
definitely.
do you have like a top business mentor that you've kind of looked up to you? Maybe someone that you've read a book about, or someone that you've met in real life, or even not, and you've just done it all on your own.
I think it's funny actually, because there are lots of people out there, aren't there, that are fantastic and phenomenal in their space. You look at the likes of your Stephen Bartlett's and things, and Richard Branson's, all these people that sell these motivational things about look at what they've done and where they're at. And I think over the years and where I've worked and the people I've dealt with, I think there's definitely been key people throughout my
Mm.
working life that have actually attributed to think that they are a great manager. But again, it's also, there's good and there's bad, but it's not good and bad. It's more about people work differently and feed off of different people differently.
Yeah,
So, when you find people that actually give you the autonomy and the space to grow and
yeah,
take responsibility and ownership, they're the ones that will allow you to progress in life. Not, and I suppose it's whether you want to progress or not. But no, there's lots of people. I mean, my partner listens to a lot of stuff as well. So, and there's a lot of inspirational people out there that I think that actually add value to so many people.
yeah. Brilliant. I love
And
that.
listening to all the podcasts as well.
Yeah, I think reading the right
Yeah.
books and listening to the right podcasts and things like that, it makes a difference to your mindset. And if you just surround yourself listening to like radio or watching rubbish telly, then I don't think you're going to get like anywhere in success. So that's brilliant that you and
Yeah.
your both do that. Um,
I think as well, I think that there's so many people out there that are doing good that you kind of sometimes get too caught up in you have to be like this, you have to be like look who,
yeah,
they're doing this, so this has to happen. It's actually, you have to sometimes dig deep yourself and think, right,
yeah,
okay, keep it simple, keep it
yeah.
simple, and
Humble
keep going
yourself.
through the basics. Yeah, yeah.
So if you had to start Brooks Talent again, like let's say this time 7 months ago, and you know what you know now, would you do anything differently?
Um, I probably, well, we can always look back, I think, and do things differently. Yes, absolutely, 100%. I could have said, well, I wish I'd attended certain things quicker. I wish I'd inputted stuff in the system quicker. I've thought about this myself, but actually, it's all part of the journey for me and my learning at the different stages, because maybe I still would have done things differently. But I just know that I've just focused on going forward for me.
Yeah, I love that. Don't look back, look forward.
Look forward, yeah. and I think it's being able to adapt and change and react and do things as things are, because you could go back and say, well, I wish I'd done this, that, the next thing. But actually, sometimes some people don't want to listen, or they just don't manage to do it in the way that they think they can, or that they want to do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Would you have any advice to give to anyone that's starting out their own business?
I think just anything's possible if you put your mind to it. Anything is possible, and I can only say that because I managed to, and I use the analogy of 5K to marathon, well, actually couch to marathon, sorry. It's the same starting a business. It's, you're starting from scratch, and if you really do want something and you put the plans in place, you can absolutely do it.
Yeah,
And know what you're doing and understand it as well. And if you do need help, ask for help, because there's lots of people out there. And I think having a good network has been successful for me as well, because I've got a really good network, a few networks that I'm part of, that have actually got a lot of really good people for support and to be able to chat to, and in the similar situations. So
yeah, that's great
yeah.
advice. And then you're only 7 months in, but where do you want to be in 5 years? What's your goals for the next 5 years?
Oh God. Do you know, 5 years is a long time now. I think I always think so. Anything can happen. The world could have turned inside out by next year. But no, I think as a business, I want to be up and running, and I want to have key clients and businesses I'm working with. I want to have a good network of candidates, and I just want to be successful in what I'm doing and have that. And it is about a work-life balance. It's
Yeah,
being there for the kids and teaching them how to sort of have that strong work ethic. Um, and also being able to enjoy life as well, because I think sometimes we all forget that we actually do need to get some time to
yeah.
enjoy it as well.
You're working to live, not living to work.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Amazing. Well, just before I let you go and get on with your busy schedule, the last question I like to ask is, what is your dream holiday destination that you would love to go to, and what's the best holiday that you've ever been on?
Oh gosh. The best holiday, I like an active holiday, but one
Right.
of my best holidays was I went to the Maldives back in 2003, I think it was, and it was absolutely stunning. It was
Oh,
luxurious, it
amazing.
was lovely. I did realise I was pacing. It took 10 minutes to walk around the island, and by the second week, I was kind of pacing
Bored.
around it. But it was lovely. Um, Best destination, there's so many. I think I have got a holiday planned this year for September, going to Vietnam and
Oh,
India, which will be interesting. But um, yeah, so
that would
I
be
just think
amazing.
anything that you're doing things and learning, I like those sort of holidays.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you'll definitely be learning and busy in Vietnam and India, so
Yeah.
that'll be amazing. Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much, Rachel. That's us all done for the podcast. Just quickly, if anyone wants to get in touch with you, find out more about your services, how can they do that?
On my LinkedIn profile, I've got my email, my contact details are all on there, and I've got my website as well, Brooks Talent Limited. So yeah,
Amazing. Well, thank you so much once again. It was amazing talking to you, and thank you to all of our listeners. And I will see you all next time.